Hi, I'm John, and this is my video about data services provided by Microsoft. So in this video, I'm going to be giving a brief overview of some of the data-related services that Microsoft provides. These are primarily services that are available for deployment on Microsoft Azure as part of the Microsoft Azure ecosystem, and they fall into two categories: database services and analytics services. So let's start by looking at Cosmos DB. And Cosmos DB is a globally distributed multi-model database service. It supports document, key vault, and column family data models. And essentially it is Microsoft's NoSQL database offering that's available on Azure. So it supports various NoSQL models, including Document DB, Cassandra, Gremlin, Graph, and it offers single-digit latency. So as a service born in the cloud, it can be scaled, distributed across multiple regions with high performance replication and very low latency for the application. The next service is SQL Database, also known as Azure SQL Database. So this is a traditional Microsoft SQL Server database that's provided as a service in Azure. So if you've run Microsoft SQL Server before, it is essentially a managed version of that. And it provides built-in high availability and scalability. So this is a platform as a service offering, and it means that it's integrated with the Azure platform, primarily managed through the Azure portal or through code. So in the Azure portal, you can kind of see the options to configure high availability, maybe across multiple regions, scalability if you want it to increase depending on demand, and things like backups and geo-replication can be configured directly in the Azure portal. So it's all integrated with the Azure ecosystem. Traditional Microsoft SQL database servers would run on a virtual machine, and you would be responsible for a lot of those features and getting them set up and providing the infrastructure, but this is managed in the case of Azure SQL Database. We then have Azure Redis Cache, and this is a managed service again for the open source Redis Cache application, which is very popular. It's again integrated with Azure with the possibility of integrated scalability and high availability. So then let's look at the analytics services relating to data. So first we've got Azure Synapse Service, and this is an integrated analytics service, brings together enterprise data warehousing and big data analytics, and it allows you to ingest, prepare, manage, and serve data for immediate business intelligence. We then have Azure Data Explorer, also known as Custo, and this allows you to analyze large volumes of data in real time. It supports structured, semi-structured, or unstructured data, and it's useful for tasks like logging and telemetry analysis. The next service is Azure Stream Analytics, and this is a real-time event data processing service in Azure. And it allows you to analyze and act on information as it's generated from devices, sensors, infrastructure, or applications. It ingests, filters, transforms, and analyzes streaming data on the fly. We then have Azure Event Hubs, and this is a big data streaming platform and event ingestion service. It's designed to handle many events into the millions per second, and it's an ideal solution for collected telemetry and other real-time data. Finally, we have Power BI, and Power BI is separate from Azure, so it's not an Azure service that you deploy as with the other services we've looked at. Power BI is a separate software as a service. You don't have any sight of the infrastructure or a lot of the things that you need to deal with some of the other examples in this video. So Power BI is a suite of business analytics tools, and it's like another application similar to kind of Exchange Online or Teams is another application that's available with a Microsoft 365 license. And it allows individuals and organizations to visualize, analyze, and share and interact with data. So you can ingest data from various sources. It could be a database, it could be a CSV, or an API, or many others. And it allows you to convert that raw data from various sources into an interactive and visually appealing reports and dashboards. So you can create reports, dashboards, typically that might be used by business people based on data that you've connected to it. That concludes my presentation on data services from Microsoft. Thank you for watching.